What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We're a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we go live to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Sometimes we're not in Kick anymore because it sucks. It's a dead platform. Nobody's there. Nobody cares about TikTok or Kick or LinkedIn because we got kicked out of there tonight. But whatever, we're here. Doesn't matter. But if you can catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. He's the apple of my eye. He has a vision to be a pro, but it's just not going to happen for my favorite Canadian Mountie. He may tell us he's not jealous, but that would be a lie. Todd Jackson, everybody. What's going on, dude?
Hi diddly, ho diddly.
How jealous are you?
Seriously,
come on.
Jelly.
But you've had your first hands-on experience with the Apple Vision Pro, haven't you?
Apparently.
I see you in the thumbnail. You're wearing one. You must have a complete review for us ready to go.
I do, yeah. It's dropping first thing tomorrow morning, yeah.
No. But I saw you with one on your face in the thumbnail. It's a YouTube thumbnail.
Don't believe everything you see on the internet.
It must be real. If it's on a YouTube thumbnail, it has to be real. We don't fake these things. What's going on, dude?
No clickbait.
No clickbait here. We don't do clickbait. We don't need to.
Never.
We don't need to. We're all about truth, sex, drugs, and rock and roll here.
That's right.
VR Gamer.
Not necessarily in that order. But.
Not necessarily in that order. But you know who is in order? And that would be D. What is up, D? Get your butt in here.
I'm like, I'm in here when you bring me in.
Well, I'm waiting for Todd to bring you in. I can't see where you are now because
I can't see the buttons anymore.
I can't see the buttons. You got the overlays on, so I can't see them. D, how's it going? Are you excited for the Apple Vision Pro Day tomorrow?
Yeah.
Do you look it?
No. No,
you're not excited at all?
I mean, I'm excited. It's cool tech. Like if I still had my iPhone and everything, I might be. But I just threw some cash down on a 24 Ultra Samsung, dude.
So let me get it straight. So you had an iPhone
a while ago.
Okay, so this isn't so you weren't going from an iPhone to this new phone.
You went from like an S10 or something, right?
I went from an S10 Plus, yeah.
To an
this is the first phone. This is the first phone that I've paid off. That S10 Plus. I've never paid off an iPhone. No. So.
Wow, that's cool though.
That's cool.
I actually have had an iPhone years ago. I couldn't even tell you what one it was, but I actually did. I had one of the first Droids that ever came out. And I had that and I liked it a lot. And then I went for some reason, I went to iPhone for like a minute and I hung out there for a little bit and I didn't really care for it. Went back to Android. I've been pretty much back there ever since, but literally I have been thinking for the past year about getting rid of my Samsung Galaxy Note that I have. I think I have a Note. I think I have like a Note 22. I think that's what this is. Galaxy Note 22. But think about dumping this thing and getting an iPhone. Not because I particularly care for iPhones, but because of the Apple Vision Pro. And this thing's pissing me off. We'll fix that problem right away. I'm not going to fuck around with that for the whole show. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. So, I mean, I've thought about getting into the Apple, whole phone thing to work with the Vision Pro because there's going to be a lot of things that you can do cross-way back and forth. You're going to be able to use your phone a lot with the headset.
And that's the thing that I miss kind of with the Apple products because I had the iPad, the MacBook Pro, the phone, the watch, everything. Like the way everything connected, it was freaking amazing.
Yeah. I had iPhone devices, like Apple devices, up to the iPhone 5. I had the original iPad, never owned a Mac computer, but I'm in the IT industry and Macs just don't exist in my world. So it's PCs or bust, right? Unless you're in more media type environments in IT, then you might run into Mac stuff, but it's all Windows computers. So I've just never needed a Mac, so I never got one. And then with that same process, that same mindset, and I just ran out of use for the iPad.
Yeah.
And after the iPad, I never bought another iPad.
Though recently, I got to say, I'm the same way. The iPad's never interested me really that much at all. But recently, we were just away, and Skiva had a beautiful iPad with the keyboard set up with it. You know what I mean? The portable keyboard.
Yeah, Microsoft Surface does the same thing.
No, I know, but it's cool. It's a cool thing that he had. It's super small. It's lightweight. He usually lugs around a freaking big ass computer with him, a laptop with him,
Yeah.
and he's just like, I'm done doing that. And it's too heavy and it's too hard, and loves it when it's too hard. D.
My mom.
Yeah, she does.
Todd, you okay, brother?
You caught me off guard with that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, it's just too much for him. So he went with this iPad thing, and he loved it, man. And I was watching him. He did a ton of work on it. We worked the whole week at CES, and he used it for everything, which was cool. But I still don't know if I want to get into it. And that's one of the biggest reasons I didn't switch over to the iPhone. Like, I was talking with Todd, I literally was going to do it. I was pretty much set on doing it, and then I just realized how much like work I do on my cell phone. Like, literally, anytime I'm not at this computer, if I'm working in any way whatsoever, I'm working on my cell phone. And if I'm not happy with the operating system and I can't do what I need to do for work, it's not going to be good. Because then I was talking about, okay, well, maybe I'll just go get an iPhone. I'll keep this other phone and just use this other phone for work. But then I'm like, well, now I got two phones. I mean, this is completely defeating the purpose of everything.
Not cool.
Want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use this new Apple Vision Pro without the phone and just do my thing with my Samsung.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll feel the need to do the crossover if I feel it's worth it. But
Right.
we'll have to see what happens. But guys, let's go ahead, Steve.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I started off with the iPhones, and I'm like, I had to see what the Samsung world was like, and
Mhm.
all that. They both have their pluses, but I missed Samsung.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with Samsung.
Yeah. And Samsung phones, like, I think my first Samsung phone was an S20, maybe. Like, not
really?
that long
That was
ago.
your first? Oh wow, okay.
Not my first Android phone. I've had
Your
Android
first
phones for
Samsung.
years, but my first Samsung phone. I was a big HTC fan. I had a lot of HTC phones.
Mhm.
I had Huawei.
Huawei.
I had
Huawei.
a couple of those phones. I had Motorola phone. Yeah, and then once I got into the Samsung ecosystem, I kind of felt stuck there, which is what I think a lot of iPhone people do. They feel stuck in that ecosystem.
Oh yeah.
So now I've removed myself from the Samsung ecosystem and got just like a true Android phone with no bloatware and crap from OnePlus. So, and I'm
Nice.
super happy with it so far. So.
I like it. We could talk about phones all night long.
Yeah,
but we're not going.
Honestly.
We're not going to. And actually, I couldn't talk about phones because that's about as far as I would like to even go with it. But let's get to talking to our chat, because we got some awesome people in here, and let's say hello to everybody. And we have right at the top, Black Market Honey says, "Let's go, let's go." Mind Jive is here. Jay Brat is here. Says waiting. Chi-Town D, Echo into the Future. Brandon VR. Qcreator, what is up, Mike? Thank you for your service, helping us out with the timestamps. As always, you rock. Bad news for Mike Newton, Qcreator. Did you hear this?
Yes, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
So he messaged me a couple days ago. He was like,
Mhm.
I just canceled my Apple Vision Pro order, because he had ordered one. He had pre-ordered on the day that everybody was able to order. Mike's a huge fan of Apple. He's a huge fan of virtual reality. So he was like, this makes sense for me. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna invest in it. He had it ordered, all done, and like he got a notice from Apple like a day ago or 2 days ago that said his prescription.
No, it's oh yeah, right. Yeah.
His prescription for his vision is too much or too strong, to the point where Zeiss won't make the lenses. So he won't be able to use it. So he had to cancel his order, because he would
reached
do
out
that.
to Real Optics too to see if they could help him, but they don't have a headset, so they haven't been able to completely perfect their lenses yet. So they're like, we can't guarantee you either. So
yeah, so he canceled.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And it does sound like the Real Optics boys are going to see what they can do to help him. Because I think he does have lenses through them, so they know his prescription. They just got to figure out. I don't know if they're going to invest in a pro and go make lenses for it. This is a weird one for them because of Zeiss already doing the lenses. I mean, unless they can do them so much cheaper that it wouldn't make sense not to go with the Zeiss. With the Apple, I just don't know if they're going to have
hard to compete with them. Yeah.
But I mean, if they could help Mike out, that'd be awesome. You know what I mean? To get him back into his headset. So sorry to hear that, Mike, and hopefully you can get something set up for you in the future. Let's see who else we got here. Destiny 11 is here. Arlen Kundrich is here. Kubo 92 is here. Wendy Crook, what is up, Wendy? How are you doing? Michelle B. Echo into the Future, I think I already said. Bluebell is here. How's it going? VR Spry Guy, Techno Glitch, Air Force One, given the double horns. What's up, dude? Hussein X is here. Substatica, Chatty is here. Ollie VR Port, Gabriel 004. Where's the licensed Meow Game Cat, Gabriel?
Wow.
Gabriel. I mean, I know Sony pissed me off yesterday, but you got to get rid of the whole Game Cat thing. Let's see. Who else?
He's rebelling.
Yeah, right. Zell 2318 is here. Kubo is doing a complete countdown. He was like going to time it, and we screwed it up on him. It's all Todd's fault.
Yep.
It's all Todd's fault, I promise. Enders VR Arcade is here. Mepper is here saying hello to absolutely everyone, as Mepper always does. Let's see. Andy's here. Obscure Nerd, what is going on, man? I think he had said he needs to call in and chat with us soon, and I would absolutely love that. We'd love to have Andy on the show. He's hysterical and a great content creator and a good person. I'd love to have him on at some point. Let's do that, Todd. Hendrix Toy is here. Chris 9989. Let's see who else.
Getting things done.
Yeah, getting things done is here. What is going on? Jay Dunn. They were here last week. Jay Dunn and Joy Rain had Todd. I watched a little bit of that episode back. I do sometimes because when I'm in the moment, sometimes when we're talking to guests, it doesn't always like stick with me because it's, I'm trying to do so many things at one time. So some of the conversation loses me afterwards. Like I'm in the moment, I'm in it and I'm talking about it, but I either forget or like I'm like, oh man, I remember that moment. It was so good. How did that get set? And so I go back and I watch again. They are infectious. I smiled my way through the entire part that I rewatched again. Awesome people.
It was such a good show. Yeah, I remember it vividly. It was so good. Yeah.
Earth Witness is here. It's PDX VR. Who else do we have? Captain X77. Holy moly. Orland Hooper's here, Todd. Orland Hooper's Jack, yo. Damn right.
Yeah, he is.
Nice. Nice. Bacardi B. Let's see who else. Brandon VR.
Mateo 311 says, "What's up, boys?"
Hey, what's up, Mateo? How you doing, dude? Mateo was nice enough to hang out with us last week as well.
Yeah.
Jennifer Gala is here. Rogue TR. Wow, there's so many people here, dude. App J. Tasselhoff is here. What is up, Tass? How are you doing, man? All right, I think I'm getting close. Maybe not. Oh my god, it just keeps going. Space Dennis is here.
Rudy's here. Haruku.
Oh my god, I may have to stop doing the roll call if we get this many people in here.
Haruku's a member of the lab. He's one of our
moderators. You watch your mouth. You never do that.
I know, we can never do that. Hufflepuff is here over in Twitch.
Oh, Hufflepuff. That's my son. He's awesome.
Nice. Nick Thompson's here. No Spam in the Kitchen. Paul Fennessy. James is here. I think that's it. JP.
I think we're good.
Tech and Gaming Reviews. J Devil. What is up, everybody? Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. It's going to be a fun night. I was just telling D and Todd before the show, I feel like I've been on a never-ending perpetual podcast. 15 hours of Virtual Strangers on Sunday night into Monday morning. And then, thank God, we canceled Crewcast on Monday because I did not have it in me to do it.
Right.
But we ran Crewcast today. I was busy as hell with meetings all day long. Went from meetings into Crewcast. Had a blast. Myself, Brad, Skiva, and GT. And then literally I had a little break, and then I started getting prepared for this show, and I'm back in another podcast right now. But so yeah, I feel like I've been in a perpetual podcast, but what a great time to be in one. If you're interested in hearing and talking about the Apple Vision Pro landscape or the state of decay, or I'm sorry, the state of play for Sony. But let's start here, guys. Let's start with some super powerful positive news that I thought for Quest and Meta, and that is they released their fourth quarter numbers today, and there's a lot of different numbers that you'll see in here. One of the biggest numbers that resonates with me is $1.7 billion in revenue. Now, before anybody goes crazy, again, it's revenue. This is not profit, right? This is they actually had a loss again, which is what they are going to run at. So they're not looking to run at a net gain currently right now. They know that Reality Labs is going to lose money. So the $1.7 billion that Reality Labs made in quarter four. Now it's many different things, Todd D. It's the Quest 3, it's the Quest 2, it is, it's the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, it's, Horizon. There's many things that include into this factor of 1.7 billion, but the main things are the headsets, which is gonna be the Quest 2 and Quest 3.
Right, and remember, this is revenue. This isn't profit. This is how
Right,
much sales revenue.
yeah, that's
But
what
just
I
look
was
at the chart. Like, this
They
is
lost.
crazy.
They lost money. I
Q4's
mean, yeah,
Q4s, though,
1.7
are all green. Every Q4 is green, and they did really good this year.
they did 1.7 billion, but they spent 5.72 billion,
That
right?
is true.
So they actually lost, over $4 billion. But the point is that they know they're gonna
People
lose.
spent 1.8 billion is the point.
Right, exactly. People spent into VR or into the VR into Meta's VR ecosystem. People spent $1.7 billion. That is a lot of damn money that people are willing to spend into the market, which is fantastic. Now, Meta is spending so much out because they're doing so much research and development, buying studios, doing all these things that come out of that make that $5.72 billion that they spent. Paying all these people, hiring people, bringing people in. They're trying to invent new hardware to move them to the next step. So, Reality Labs is not really meant to make money yet. I think it may eventually, but there's so much research and development that goes into Reality Labs. There's they may never make a profit, Todd.
Yeah, and this is a representation of hardware sales, from what I've read. This doesn't include all the money they make on games, all the money,
Oh, yeah, this has
all the
zero money in
percentage of things that they take from developers for putting things on App Lab and all that other stuff. So I don't know necessarily if the focus is to make billions of dollars with the headset. The focus is the content. It should be anyway, and that's where they're going to make their money, because that's what's ongoing. Like, they don't have to come up with a new headset every year, because someone comes out with a new game every month, and that's where they want to make their money. So as long as they're putting out banger titles, AAA titles, and not a bunch of garbage that costs $25, no one's going to buy anyway. That's I can't imagine is on their radar to put that kind of stuff out.
Mhm.
They're going to make millions of dollars on games, which is where the money is.
Yeah, that's why it's so important for them to have a strong store and ecosystem and have multiple, many multiples of games. Because they do. I mean, that is where their profit is made. They know they're going to take losses on the headsets. Now, Quest 3 did give them a big boost in dollars here because the value of that headset is $500 at the minimum. So that's where a lot of their increase was, which is great. That means, the Quest 3, even though Quest 2 probably outsold it, the Quest 3 and the dollar value that it costs boosted up their numbers. So it probably maybe it sold less numbers wise, but may have made more money. And we know that they operate at a loss, a huge loss with the Quest 2 headset. So, and they're probably still operating at somewhat of a loss on the Quest 3, but nowhere near. So those numbers are great. And what you said about the store and the games is absolutely true, because they do really, really well. Think about this. They make 30% on every game that's sold. So if you have a title that we just heard of, like Ghosts of Tabor in App Lab, that just sold over $10 million, $10 million, Meta gets 30% of that right off the top. They get 30% for doing nothing other than putting it on the store. And they do that with how many games? So
Right.
that is, and again, that's not included with the $1.7 billion. That $1.7 billion is just for Reality Labs on their hardware. So the Meta's doing okay. I mean, the ecosystem is strong.
But VR's dead. I read it on Twitter. VR's dead.
Of course. Yeah.
I
read
just
it.
sold my headsets today, dude.
Yeah.
You get to try out the Apple Vision Pro today too. And
Yeah, didn't it look good on my face?
But yeah, I mean, $1.7 billion, and that being the fact that they did that well, and it's the first time they hit that amount of money, I think is a really good sign. It's a good sign for us that people are wanting to spend money into VR, which is great. And we're about to see, tomorrow, a lot more people spend a lot more money in VR. Whether Apple wants to call it VR or not.
Yeah, right. Spatial computing. I'm sorry.
It is spatial computing. You can spatial compute with your Quest 3, though, Todd, also.
I do it every day. Yeah. And apparently it pisses off a lot of people when I talk about it.
Apparently. You You're not supposed to be able to. Well, here's the thing.
Apparently, it's Apple Week, and I'm not allowed to talk about.
Here's the thing, though. You can't talk about anything because if you are pro Apple, people will argue with you. If you are against Apple, people will argue with you. So you have there, and the problem is a lot of people there's no medium ground. It's either you're hated because you're excited for the Apple Vision Pro, or you're hated because you're an Apple hater, and like all the fanboys want to say that this is the first time the VR has ever been done before, and that's just not the case.
Right? All the journalists that you've seen so far are like, "Oh my God, look at this! My fingers, I can pinch stuff. This is amazing."
Guys, I watched iJustine. You know who iJustine is? You know who iJustine is, right?
Yes.
iJustine, the YouTuber. She covers all iPhone stuff, right, or all Apple stuff.
Yeah, she did a big thing for Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, I actually met her at this year's CES. Me and Jasmine had a chance to meet her and say hi.
Oh, cool.
Very nice lady. But she does this review, and I'm excited because I want this thing to be great. I have one coming, so I'm like excited. But she's so over the top, like in her video, like
that's ridiculous,
like cringy, like over the top. Like I'm like, oh no, what did you know? Did she just say that?
Yeah.
Like she got into the headset and she was able to like have a pointer, like a laser pointer, like every freaking VR,
every hand track headset for the last 3 years.
But she's like freaking out over it. I'm like, no, this is not helping in any way. But she was just so over the top with everything. Like, I mean, and how maybe she's just really excited. I don't know, but like
it's okay to be excited. I'm excited. I'm not getting one, and I'm excited for it because what it can do, I hope, motivates and transfers into other headsets, whether it be standalone headsets like the Quest or people picking up some ideas from them and putting it into PC VR things. What Apple's doing is going to blow VR up, no question about it. My only problem is right now is no one is taking advantage of the hardware, and they're doing the dumbest things I've ever seen on a $5,000 headset, Canadian.
Yeah. All right, so we're jumping out of the Quest right into Apple.
I'm jumping around. Yeah,
we're not going to be able to get away with it.
I can feel my blood pressure rising.
I know. I thought we could talk to Quest 3 for a little bit, but I think that's enough.
We did for a little bit.
Yeah,
so now on to Apple.
Yeah. So we'll move on to it. So tomorrow is the day. Everybody who pre-ordered or some people who will be going into the stores will be able to buy the Apple Vision Pro for at a minimum of $3,500, at the maximum of $4,000. I think $39.99,
$38.99,
and then that's before you buy any accessories.
Right,
guys? Did you see the Apple Vision Pro
carrying case?
Yes, that's $200. By the way, freaking carrying case is $200. It's like it's pure white, of course, because it's Apple, and it's like
material. It's covered with a cotton.
It's like cushy. It's like I don't know. It almost reminds me of like a lady's handbag.
Yeah, Kiwi better come up with something better.
Put it around my wrist and carry it. Like I can never see myself actually walking anywhere carrying this bag and carrying a headset inside of it.
Is it that bad? I haven't.
Todd, can you grab a picture of it and put it up? That would be great.
Yeah, one second.
It's not. It looks super nice. I was watching. I've been trying not to watch too much stuff on the Apple Vision Pro because I want my time with it tomorrow to be my time with it and not like a programmed. I saw somebody say this and this is what I'm expecting. So I'm trying not to watch a whole bunch of stuff on it, but I did watch a couple of people. I did watch iJustine, and I watched Marquez Brownlee do his, and he was talking about it, and he fell in love with this thing. He's like touching it and rubbing it and like opening it up. He's like,
I watched his whole thing, and I was
like, what kind of videos are you watching?
Oh my God, he was rubbing it. You know who loves it when you touch it and rub it, Todd?
My mom.
Yeah, she does.
Go, girl.
Yes, you go, girl. But again, $200, and he's like, oh, it has a nice strap on. I mean, the strap on. I'm like, oh my God, $200. It better be a beautiful strap, and it better have like everything in it, and it better like keep me warm at night, and I can cuddle with it later for $200. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
like Apple, it's a carrying case.
I'm having issues finding a picture that isn't a rendering.
But what was the carrying case? What was the carrying case? What was the?
That's a good one.
Is the Meta carrying case like $129? Am I wrong there?
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's $129.
You know, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go into the fucking store tomorrow, and they're gonna want to buy this stupid thing just because I want to freaking
I
bring it
grabbed
home and
this
show
because I
everybody.
wanted to. That's why I took my headset off. It's because this is a Quest 2 carrying case, Quest 3 carrying case. It is
Ah,
the nicest case I've ever seen.
nice.
It's
Who
got
makes
this
that?
full leather material. The inside is awesome. It looks like a Quest 3. It's $50.
It's big. It's big though. Who makes that?
$48.
Who makes it though?
Anna Pro. I don't know who they are.
Who? Anna
Anna-
Pro?
That's what it says. Anna Pro.
Banana Pro? I've never heard of that company. It looks too big though. Like I'm like, where the hell am I going to put that in a backpack? It looks huge.
Well, the Quest 3 is not small.
I mean, I could rather take the head strap off of it and put it in my backpack or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I carried around in a duffel bag or in a like a over the shoulder bag.
That thing looks huge. Like that'd be
It
tough
is
to put
nice
in a
quality,
backpack.
dude. Like I got a ton of cases, and this one
Yeah,
is
that's good.
the best one for sure.
All right, let's get a picture
Anyway.
of this Apple thing though.
So the Apple thing,
Yeah, it's
this one.
again, it looks nice, but holy crap! I mean, $200. Oh yeah, and it's got that little accessory bag, the little accessory bag that you had, the little drawstring accessory bag. I'm like, okay.
A little pouch for your.
Does it have a picture of it
cable
closed
and
up?
stuff.
Because I'd like to see the outside. I'd like people to see the outside of it. It's like, I don't know. It's like super bougie, very bougie.
Yeah, like you can kind
It
of see
better
the
be for
material,
freaking
It's
a
very Apple.
$3,500 headset, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
but you can see the material. I can't find one that's closed, but it's like
No.
covered in bed sheets.
Yeah. Grab Marquez's video or Marcus's video when he had it.
Yeah, he plays around with it quite a bit.
Yeah, see if you can just grab a still shot from his video.
All right.
But I know that I'm gonna go in there tomorrow like a freaking idiot, and I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, give me the key.
Yeah, you're gonna buy it for $200, aren't you?
Like, I'm going in there tomorrow, spend well, all right. Let me give you here's my day tomorrow. So I pre-ordered one in the store the day of pre-order, and by the time I got a chance to actually pre-order with the knucklehead in the store doesn't know nothing about nothing, or like they were not prepared. They're like, I'm like, I need to face scan. They're like, well, you need an Apple phone to face scan. I'm like, yeah, I realize that. That's why I'm here, because I don't have an Apple phone. He's like, well, you got to have an Apple phone. I'm like, he goes, well, you got to borrow one from a friend. I go, fuck ball. You got 400 fucking iPhones here. What are you talking about? Just scan my face with your phone. He didn't know anything. Like literally, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm here ready to prepared to spend $7,000 because I'm going to buy 2 of them. And I go, you can't scan my face. Like, how did you think that people are going to walk in here? I'm going to buy one of these things. I just feel it. I can see it already. Look at this thing. I'm going to buy it. Crazy. Look at that. It's like, I don't know. It's all cushiony on the outside, D. It's like a cloud. It's like a soft pillow for $200.
An iCloud?
It's an iCloud.
And it's got like an elasticy strap that he was completely impressed with.
Oh, I know. He loved it. He thought this thing was great.
But yeah, there's a good.
He's like, oh, it's got an elastic band on it. I'm like,
but look at the
okay.
the pleats on it. Like it looks like it's covered in bed sheets.
It does. It's soft.
It's gonna get so dirty. Like what a dumb idea.
Yeah.
So all right. So let me finish. So anyway, so I go in the day of, and like the guy was completely. I mean, he's a nice guy, but I mean, how do you not be prepared, guys? I mean, like this is Apple. This is the day of pre-order. People are going to be coming in your stores to pre-order, and you're not prepared to freaking scan their face. So literally, I had to have him open up his personal phone.
No way.
Phone, because they couldn't do it. They're all the phones that are there. The display phones are locked out in some way to where you couldn't use the face scanner.
I walked into an Apple store and did my big screen on a demo phone. I just picked it up off the table and scanned my face.
Telling you, at one point I thought he was going to turn me away. Like I'm like,
wow.
I had to said to him, like, guy, I'm here to spend $7,000. You can't scan my face.
That is kind of BS, dude. People don't have phones and they're gonna buy,
because that's what I mean. He actually said to me in the store, he's like, well, can you borrow somebody's iPhone?
Yours.
I'm looking around. I'm looking at this 500 iPhones here, bro. Grab one of them and scan. I'm like, you guys aren't prepared. I mean, there's people here that don't have iPhones that want this headset. You know what I mean? So I'm like, come on. That's why I'm here in the store. Otherwise, I would have ordered it at home. So anyway, but by the time we got all that worked out, I went and did the order, and literally I was backed up until like the next day. So I wasn't even getting it that day anymore. I was getting it on March 3rd, not March 2nd, because I missed that window because they sold out so fast. So currently right now, I don't have one that I'm getting tomorrow. I have one that I'm getting Saturday.
Oh, February.
Yeah, February. That's what I said, right?
You said March. I was like,
oh, I'm sorry. I meant February. So not Friday. I have one I'm supposed to pick up on Saturday, and they're making me do a store visit. So I had to make an appointment just to come in and pick it up. So I've already paid for it. And they're like, okay, you have to pick an appointment time to come in and pick it up. Because I assume they want to run you through the process of like how this thing works, I guess. Because it's already paid for. So at that point, I'm just going in to pick it up, but I had to make an appointment. So currently I don't have one tomorrow, but he said, look, don't worry. We're selling them in the store the day of. So you can't put it aside, you can't hold it, you can't pay for it now. He goes, but each store will have a limited quantity day of release. We're opening an hour earlier. You can come in and get it at that point. So I'm like, okay, so tomorrow morning, that's my thing. I'm driving down there. I'll get there a little bit early. I can't believe there'd be a line, but my luck, there'll be 15 people waiting to spend $4,000 on a headset. But there's no way, right? There's no way.
I don't think so.
No way. I mean, and just so you know, I was the first one there in the store that had done that order, of course, because the guy didn't know what he was doing. But yeah, I was like, has anybody come in yet? And he's like, no, nobody's been here. So yeah, I mean, I can't believe that I get down there to be a line of people waiting to get them. And maybe they only have 5 headsets that are, they can get that day. But who knows? It's Apple. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not in the Apple system. Apple people are crazy. There could be 15 people waiting. So I'm gonna have to get down there early tomorrow just to be safe. So they open at 8. I'll probably get down there like 7, and just kind of mill around, wait to get in.
Grab a Starbucks, hang out.
Yeah, grab a Starbucks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in, I'm going to buy one. I want to see the process anyway. Again, a lot of times I do these things just because I want to know, like I want to be able to tell you that they had no idea how to get anybody even into this thing. Like they had one guy in the store that was only available to help you with the Apple Vision Pro. None of the other, whatever they call them, the Apple people.
Gurus, I think they were called.
Yeah, whatever they are.
I don't know if they're still called that, but they were called Apple Gurus.
I call them the Appleites.
Apple.
Apple.
Nice. I like
yeah, they didn't. None of them else knew. They're like, what Vision? What
crab apples? Is what
it was like one dude in the store that knew about how to do it, but I don't know. So tomorrow I'm going to go there. Hopefully I'll get one that day. If not, I'll wait till Saturday and get one. I have another one on order because I went to order the second one with him that day, and that pushed me back until February 27th to March 8th. So I actually have 2 on order. I have one for another for a developer that asked me to pick up and ship to them because they're out of the country. So I have potentially I'm going to have 3 here if I buy one in the store tomorrow, and then I'll cancel the one that's coming in later in February.
Right. And they're called geniuses. That's right, Apple Geniuses and the Genius Bar.
This guy was not a freaking genius. I'm telling you right now. I mean,
I always thought that was funny that's what they call their staff.
I'm not going genius with this guy. Nice guy, super nice guy, but come on, you can't be a genius if you can't figure out how to scan my face for a $4,000 headset.
Yeah,
I had to say it. I'm like, guy, I'm gonna spend $7,000. You're going to turn me away? He's like, oh well, let's try and figure this out. Yeah, let's try and figure this out. But yeah, so that's gonna be my day tomorrow. I'll try and get through, and I'll try and get it, and then I was thinking maybe I'll come back and just do a live. Like I know people are going to do videos and stuff like that, but I think I'll come back and do live and just I'll go live for like an hour or 2 and just open the thing up and like be all bougie with it and like
give me something to do.
We did the same thing with the Quest Pro.
Come on.
Yeah. What were you going to say, D? What'd you say?
I said, give me something to do while I'm at work tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think they're going to get me for any other accessories while I'm there?
Of course they will. You're a sucker, dude.
Oh yeah, let me pull up the accessories
and
I'll tell you what you're gonna buy.
How dare you, D? How dare you?
What?
Apple.com.
I want you to know that I am one of the most frugal people you know.
Bullshit.
Oh, I am frugal for everything else except for VR headsets.
Right.
VR headsets and arcade cabinets. Everything else, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You're spending what on bread? Forget that. We don't need bread. You don't need a week.
7 grain? No, 3.
What are you talking about? Well, it was like, we can walk. You know what I mean? We don't need to drive everywhere.
Okay, so I'm telling you right now, these are the accessories that you're going to buy tomorrow.
All right. And I want to apologize to the guy that I called him an F-ball. That's not nice. He's probably watching his crush now.
Way to go. You ruined the guy's life.
A genius. I called him a fuckball.
He's going to be there tomorrow, and he's going to be the one that's going to be helping you.
Yeah, he's going to say, you want to see
he's going to be the only one. I should have asked him if he was working that day because he's the only one in the store that knows anything.
He's going to switch it out, and you're going to get that Apple Vision Pro from CES in the box.
Yeah, oh my God. Remember that thing? Maybe I was going to say, maybe I should work there for them for the day so they can help sell them some headsets. I'll be the genius.
Okay, so these are the accessories that are available. The case that we all know that Eric's going to buy for $199.
$199. That kills me, dude.
Yeah. He's going to buy the Belkin battery holder for Apple Vision Pro. This is a belt clip that holds the battery, so you don't have to stick it in your pocket.
What? I'm just gonna stick it in my pot. What belt
Nope.
holder?
You'll buy that. It's only $50.
What am I gonna
You'll
do?
buy that. It's
Like
only
a pocket protector? I'm not, what? I mean, I'm a nerd, but I'm not a belt holder kind of nerd.
So these all come with it.
belt holder.
The light seal cushion, the solo knit band, and the dual loop band are all included in the box.
Right.
So you don't need those. It does have a
second facial interface. Yeah.
yeah, it comes with 2 in the box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And these are the powered things, and these also come in the box. So these are just available in case you lose or want extras.
Yeah. Hey, go back to that one picture. I want to talk about the head strap a little bit.
Which one?
So yeah, the
dual?
Yeah, right there, the dual head strap. So the one that comes with it standard is the one that they see in all the pictures, the one that has the bigger back piece on the back of the head, which I think actually looks quite comfortable. And
Right.
from what I've heard, the material it's made out of looks really comfortable. My gripe with
That's-
this is switching over because everybody, and even Marques Brownlee said the over the head strap is supremely more comfortable because of the weight of the headset. But the problem is that head strap is nowhere near as nice as the one that comes with it. So
yeah, well, they both come with it, but this one,
well, the one that comes on
literally
it,
is like 2 pieces of material. This was an afterthought.
it looks so
for
cheap.
sure.
Really, I
It
mean,
looks so cheap. Even in,
So-
like he was holding it and pulling it around stuff. It looks extremely cheap.
this was
This looks really
absolutely
comfortable.
100% of an afterthought. You know that, right? Like they
Yeah, for
otherwise
sure it is.
otherwise they would have made the band with it to where you could take it on and off. Right.
And they would have had this as the back piece, and then the over the head piece could have been that, right? Like this back piece part could have been this solo knit part. Like,
because
yeah,
I'm upset now
it's
that I'm
bad.
going to be losing that back because that thing actually
looks
looks quite
comfy.
comfortable. Yeah, and I like
Yeah.
the way that it's like larger in the back part of your head to
Mhm.
kind of like support things. But I know I'm going to want to use the one that has the over the head strap. So until somebody makes something,
I will bet money that
Part-
someone's going to come with an accessory that attaches to this one
that would
that
be
goes
cool.
over the top.
I'm all about it. I do like the way I was
Yeah.
watching Marcus's video too, and I like the way that the headband snaps on and off. It looks really nice. I mean, he had
Very magnetic, very very
the facial interface is
purposeful,
completely
yeah.
magnetic. Because
Yeah.
I saw him like snapping that in and out. The lenses snap in and out quite, like we know many lenses do. It's not anything crazy. What? So the extra battery is $200.
Mhm.
See, I would probably buy the extra battery before I'd pay $200 for the carrying.
Yeah, but it
case.
does have USB pass through, so you can just pass through to the wall, and that's the only way you can use the headset plugged in. By the way, is to plug a USB-C cable into
Yeah.
the battery. You can't plug it right into the headset.
Now here's my thing. I have a shit ton of carrying cases. I mean, I have every freaking headset company out there. Their accessory company sends me a case. I probably have 5 of them. Do you think I could get one to fit in there and not pay $200 for the
More than likely.
bougie Apple one? And you think it'll
This
fit?
one, I'm really loving this case.
I guess so.
I am. I'm going to talk about it again. This fits the Kiwi and the Bobo straps.
Oh, really?
It's not just the jock strap. That's why it's so big. And it comes with the stupid little bag for all your crap, like the Apple Vision Pro bag.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the one with the Apple Vision Pro. That thing's
It's
nice.
definitely a cheap bag. I really like this and I don't like cases because I don't have a real use for them, but I like this. This is nice. And it's only $45.
From Anapro.
From
Is that your own company? I mean, you're talking about this like you. This is your own company, right? This is Todd Pro. This is Todd Pro.
No,
Todd's
it's not my
making-
company.
Todd's
They
making-
did send it to me, but
Didn't you know his middle name is Anna?
Todd Anapro.
yeah.
Pro.
Oh man,
I'm just trying to
I was-
compare it to the $200 head, the
Yeah.
bag thing that you get with Apple. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of why do they charge you so much ridiculous amounts of money for the
Yeah,
same
I get
product?
it.
I don't understand.
So to me here, I only think they're getting me for the case. I don't think I'm buying a battery. I don't think I'm going to buy it.
Oh, don't buy a battery.
I don't think I'm going to need it.
No.
And then the only other real accessory is the case, right? Everything else comes with it.
Battery clip, and the rest of the
Wait, I'm
and
not buying
lenses.
I'm not buying the clip, the belt clip. I'm not doing that. Fuck that.
You're buying the clip.
I'm not buying a clip.
Yeah.
If I come home with a clip, D, you can smack me right in the face. I swear to God, I promise.
I will fly to Florida for that. What?
I'm not buying the
I'm sorry,
stupid
I
clip,
wouldn't
dude.
slap you.
I may get the the bougie carrying case just so I can go. I have the bougie. Literally, I'm only getting. I would only get it.
It's
just so I can
enormous,
show you
dude.
guys.
That'll take up half your suitcase if you travel with this.
Yeah, I
fucking
would
thing.
never use it. But I'll get
No.
it so I can show everybody.
And then take it back.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that fucking thing.
$80
I
dad
do
belt
like how the
holster.
case has
Oh my god, it's
I do like how the case has this for the I don't know what the hell
zipper.
you call it for the eyes
for the eyes.
Oh, this thing.
Oh yeah, to kind of hold
That
it in
part.
place. Yeah, that's cool.
I can't think of.
I do like that it has a spot for the battery to kind
Clip
of
for the battery.
throw the battery in, which is cool. It's got a spot, it's got the carrying case inside to put all your, your power pack and all that. It's cool. Not $200 cool, but it's cool. But yeah, thank God. I thought there was more stuff. I mean, they showed a keyboard and shit there, but I wouldn't need that. I'm gonna
You'll
virtual.
need an Apple keyboard if you don't have that already.
I'm gonna virtual keyboard it.
Oh my god. Well, you hunt and peck to type anyway, so I guess it wouldn't make a difference.
Not hunt and peck to type. Dare you? Not in any way
I've
whatsoever.
seen you type.
I'm an excellent typer. I'm pretty fast. Let's see.
I use this keyboard on my Quest. Same keyboard, exactly.
Oh, really?
I would recommend it. Even if you use it with the Quest as well as with the Apple Vision Pro. It's a really nice keyboard. And it's super easy. This is one of the keyboards with the Quest ecosystem that just appears in VR. Like you don't have to have a cutout or anything. It's self-tracked.
Nice.
So, and I think with AVP, like if you're going to use it for, working, you're not going to want to hunt and peck. You're going to type. So you're going to need keyboard. You might even need the trackpad.
All right, maybe we'll see. I won't get. That's not something I'm jumping on immediately, but I could always order it afterwards.
Sure.
I'll make you order it for me.
Uh-huh.
I'm not getting the earbuds. I'm interested in the audio that comes with it that they said is fantastic. So that's what I would not even think about. Like I know Brad was talking about today that he just got a new pair of earbuds of Apple, whatever they call them, iPods.
The second generation are the ones that only work with it. So yeah, you need new ones.
So he got the new ones to do, but I literally have no. I mean, I guess later on, if I'm going to work in it and I'm going to travel with it, just so nobody else has to hear what I'm doing, maybe I would get them. But I mean, for right now, I'm more concerned about how the audio is stock. Like I want to know it's supposed.
Is there a 3.5 millimeter jack on it? I don't think so.
I don't think there is, but I'll know. I'll let you know tomorrow. I don't think there is. It would make sense not to.
We'll find out in that live unboxing, right?
That's right.
That'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be cool. It'll be fun just to unbox it. I mean, everybody's already seen it, but I haven't seen it yet, so it'll be fun to go through the whole thing. I am super interested to put this thing on my head with all the news of people unboxing and all of the people that are not normal people that wear headsets putting this thing on and then telling me that it's too heavy or it's this or that. I'm very curious to see exactly how heavy this is. Like when somebody who that doesn't normally put a VR headset on ever, says it's too heavy, do they really mean it's too heavy, or they just don't know what it feels like to have a headset on for a long time?
That's a good question.
And we know this is heavy. It's heavier than most headsets, but we know that headsets fit differently, and they just because the weight is more doesn't mean it's always less comfortable or more comfortable. So I'm just curious as to somebody who wears a headset all the time. Like, I a lot of times I'm in headsets 6-7 hours, 12. I've been in the headset 12 hours. I'm used to wearing a VR headset. So will I be comfortable in this? I don't know. I'm going to see that. What I do know is that people that normally don't wear headsets usually are not comfortable in them right off the bat.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yesterday, for example, I worked in my headset like I do all the time. And then I actually watched 2 movies in it at home. Last night, I watched John Wick 4 and the new Mission Impossible movie. So I had that headset on for like 9 hours or 10 hours yesterday.
Nice.
Doesn't bother me at all, right? You just get used to it.
How do you watch your movies?
I do it people are going to hate me for this, but I used the Prime VR app.
Really?
To stream off Prime.
So you just
use the Netflix app for Netflix shit, and I use the Prime app for the Prime crap.
Right, you just stream it right onto the big screen in your headset.
No, the Prime VR puts you in a movie theater like big screen.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah. And I like it because you can as soon as you click to start the movie and you click off of the control panel for the movie, all the ambient lighting dims and it's cool. I sat in the couch and watched.
How come you're not going into big screen and watching it? Because you're going to have a big screen headset soon.
Because with big screen, then I would have to set it up on my computer, and I would have to stream it from my machine upstairs. It's just.
You know
just click on Prime VR and
you know you hate big screen now, and you're not going to be using it ever again.
I think I'm going to use it. Oh, I guess we're going to talk about that.
I think.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit, I guess. I have confirmation that it's shipped.
Nice, finally.
I have tracking. It is en route. Apparently, it'll be here Monday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday next week. So Thursday next week,
great.
I should have a big screen beyond. And the audio strap.
Ooh.
And lenses.
Ooh. Excited?
Am I gonna like it after a year and a bit? I don't know.
Year, dude. I am it's closer than I thought, but I am definitely gonna have this Apple Vision Pro before you get your big screen.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have it like 4 days before I get the big screen. That's dumb. That's crazy.
So tell us all about how much you have to pay to to get it.
So shipping comes into Canada.
You already paid. Let's say what you've already paid. How much did you pay for this thing?
Is my wife in chat?
Yeah, she's always in chat. You're dead anyway. You might as well just get it over with.
I'm into this headset for $16.99, including my lenses and the audio strap. And this, I bought this last year.
Yeah, so $16.99 Canadian.
Canadian, yeah.
All right. Before we go any further, let me just say thank you to GC13, the Diet Pepsi Game Cap, for being a member of YouTube for us and part of the Q2C family for 21 months.
Holy crap.
That's awesome. Thanks, Cliff. And she says, I'm Team D all the way, in case anyone was asking, but the other two are all right as well. Nice. Team D. Who isn't Team D?
Who isn't Team D?
You know who loves being on Team D?
Baba Booey.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
What is up, Tiff? How are you doing? Thanks for coming by and saying hi. Are you excited, Tiffany, for the Apple Vision Pro launching tomorrow? And are you getting one? That's the question I have. Okay, and the other question I have is, are you guys developing anything for the Apple Vision Pro? Tell me now. You can tell us. Nobody's watching. Is Behemoth going to be on the Apple Vision Pro?
It's just us.
Shh, nobody's watching. You can tell us. We won't say anything to anybody, I promise. All right, so you were paying $16.99 for your big screen. Canadian? Did we say Canadian?
Yeah, Canadian.
All right, so Canadian. So that's like I don't know. It's like $20 American. All right, so
it's $12.80.
$12.80 American. Okay, so that's getting you your big screen beyond, getting you lenses, and it's getting you the audio headband.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So so is there shipping involved?
And apparently that included shipping.
All right, includes shipping. Okay, so you're out. So that's good. You're free and clear for $1,300, huh?
No.
American. No, you are right.
No.
No, what happened?
Well, turns out that the bright minds of Big Screen Beyond thought that they would put on my customs declaration that they're sending me eyewear, which is tariffed to come into Canada.
Kind of.
And it's going to cost me another $150.
That's going to cost you $150.
If they had put video game accessories, arcade cabinet accessories, console parts and accessories, that's what this is. It's an accessory for video games, right? It's just displays on my face. It's not like it does anything by itself. It would have cost me $0. But because they didn't, and they put eyewear, I have to pay another $150.
$150 just to get it out of like tariff taxes.
Out of customs. Yeah,
customs. That's crazy.
So frustrating when companies don't read the fucking fine print and when they're doing their customs declarations and put the wrong thing, and I end up paying for it. Like, it's so frustrating.
That's crazy. They just continue to trip over themselves with this.
Oh man, like I'm gonna do a big video on my whole experience and the headset. Like I'm gonna like the headset.
You better for the price you paid for it and how long you've waited for it. It better be amazing.
Yeah, I better like it.
How many years has it been, Todd?
Just a year. I ordered it in February last year.
It's you still got it before I got my links. My links.
That's true. That's true. You're like 3 years in, and you still don't have it. So.
At this point, I want Stan to
hand fucking deliver it.
I want him to bring it to my house.
Right.
Put it on my head for me. At this point, I'm like, come on, dude. Too funny.
Yeah.
Crown you.
J Devil says I would reach out to Big Screen and get $150 back. That's not right. I agree. And I'm sure that they would help you, Todd. They seem so helpful and nice.
Yeah, their customer service has been just bang on for the last 12 months experience. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna do anything. And this is not the first time. There's companies do this all the time. I had one VR accessory company send me all of their products, everything they make. It was fantastic. It cost me more money in customs because they mislabeled the packages than it would have been for me to buy them all on Amazon and have them all shipped to my
That's
house.
freaking ridiculous, dude.
Mhm.
And I went to them and I said, "Look, like you got to pay attention when you're doing these forms, or the end user it suffers with all this money for no reason."
Crazy.
And they're like, "Oh, that's too bad."
I sent you a Pimax AKX in the mail, and it cost you how much?
Same thing. Cost me $350.
$350.
Yeah,
Man, you're too funny.
it's crazy.
You gotta move somewhere where the freaking postal service can get to you, man. You live out in
I live in
frozen
the
tundra.
third biggest city in the country, for God's sakes.
That means nothing in Canada. The third biggest city in Canada means
We had like 68 people here. This is big, man.
6. Oh my God. I love Canada. You guys, I know I make fun of Canada, but Canada's awesome. We're the nicest people in the
It's
world.
time to move out of Canada. Never happening.
I met,
Unless I moved to Europe.
you know, it was funny. I met some developers the other night. I had a meeting with some developers the other night, and they're like, I'm like, where are you guys from? And they're like, from Newfoundland. And I'm like, no way.
No way. Who are they? That's
Newfies.
awesome.
Yeah. New development team. They're from Newfoundland. And I was like, holy crap, man, that's crazy. They did not have Newfie accents.
They didn't have Newfie accents,
No.
because you wouldn't recognize.
I would
that
have known right
away.
away. I'm like, yeah, one of our moderators is a Newfie. I know that accent from anywhere. But, but yeah, all right. So big screen. Yeah, you're screwed again.
So frustrating.
Yeah. Let's get back to Apple Vision Pro, and then I want to move on a little bit. There's a couple things I do want to talk about with Apple Vision Pro, and that is the people reviewing it right now. So one of the things I will say about the Apple Vision Pro, and I'm glad that all these tech people got the headset early. My miss with them is they didn't give it to anybody who is a VR tech person. They gave it to people that may cover some VR tech, but not people that cover normally VR tech. It would have been nice to see a few people in our industry have it early. You know, the market that it's made for would have been nice if they had it early to put up some of the reviews that would maybe make more sense to me and you. And, you know, again, I want all these tech people that generally cover tech to get them and to review it and be excited for it. But a lot of their reviews don't mean much to me because they don't understand what they have in their hands. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, Todd. What are they doing with this headset? Like, okay, I understand most of these are like first impressions. They barely got the headset or have had it for maybe a week or so or a couple of days. But do they even know if they had it for 2 weeks? Would they know what to do with it? Would they know how to use it in any way?
That's my problem right now. Is they're doing a disservice to this headset. I think this headset's amazing. What it technically can do is amazing. It's a freaking MacBook on your face. I've said that 100 times. However, everything that they've been showing with these early people who have headsets for reviews and for, interviews and all this other stuff, everything that they're doing, I've been able to do on a Quest 3 for 2 years or more. A Quest 2, I've been able to do it. On my Quest Pro, I've been able to do everything that they've done. And it's driving me nuts. All these people that are VR enthusiasts see this technology and they're like, why the fuck would I spend $4,000 on an Apple Vision Pro when I can do the same thing on the Quest that I have right here? But they're missing the point. Like, this Apple can do so much more. People need to do more. So tomorrow is going to be huge because people, I hope, people that know what VR is about are going to be able to put this to the test and actually do things that we can't do on a Quest headset. And that's what I want to see. And I think that type of innovation and that type of review and, deep dive into the headset is what's going to spark all this new tech and new ideas and new stuff for Quest headsets, for the Quest 4, for the Quest Pro 2. And it's just going to blow up VR. But what they're doing today is just garbage.
Yeah, it's just not. I mean, I'm okay. Again, I'm okay with the reviews. I want their reviews. I just want some more. Like, I want some more stuff that kind of hits home for the headset. And I think it's just a bit of a miss on Apple's part. Like, I'm glad that Marquez Brownlee got it. I'm glad that The Verge got it. I'm glad that I
expected a lot of these guys to get it. But I would have liked Brad to get one. I would have liked MRTV to get one. Mike VR Oasis is his review. I'm looking forward to because it's going to be deep dive. It's going to be in depth. It's going to be very well done. All these big hitters in VR should have got one.
I mean, a few at least anyway.
Yeah.
Or a news service, one of the news services, or
Or
somebody
give
should
it to
have
Upload,
had
or
one.
give it to XR Update, or I agree.
Somebody should have had one just to give us the bottom line. Again, I want to know from a VR user who wears a headset all the time what this thing feels like. I want to know, like, those are the things that you should want to know. Like, I want to know what's the microphone sound like? What's the
I don't know
audio
yet.
sound like?
Yeah.
I mean, these are things that a VR user would want to know. Like, I just very rarely have heard anything about them yet. And then I just don't know if any of them, because they don't normally either work in VR or haven't never worked in VR or have a very rudimentary understanding of what the headset can do, don't understand it. And then when they get in there and they're doing like simple things, they're like, okay, this is cute, but this is not great. But did you really use everything you could use out of the headset? Like, are you getting everything out of this Apple Vision Pro that you even know what to look for? Like, most of them probably don't. You know what I mean? Does iJustine know that she should be doing this or doing that in the headset that's available for her? Or is she just going and doing the simplest thing that she can find and being, kind of blown away by it when it's kind of rudimentary at that point? It's like things that we've been doing.
She's microfiber cloth.
She's getting, yeah. Oh my God.
Come on.
She's getting excited over things that we've been doing in VR for a long time. You know what I mean? I want to know, like, really what it's all about. So it's just a bit of a miss for Apple. I mean, they just should have gave it to other people. That's all. But I get it. I mean, you want it. I mean, we don't have the people in our space that are going to go get 10 million views. We got a few that'll get, maybe a million, maybe 100,000, several that'll get 100, couple 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have, we don't get the views that they want.
That's my point, though, is they're getting these people that are getting millions of views, showing things on a $4,000 headset that you can do on a $50 or $500 headset. Like, I don't know. There should have been like some sort of tutorial for them, or a personalized walkthrough of specific things that you can do that the public should know about. Like, the public doesn't care that they can have, pinch your fingers. That's not why they're buying it. They're buying it because they're told that they can do all these wonderful things with it, and no one's showing us these wonderful things.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Agreed. GC13 Type Pepsi Game Cat says, what about the Upload VR? I mean, I need to know if I can play What the Bat on this headset. They should absolutely have one early.
You know what you can play on this thing?
What's the golf?
No.
You can.
Synth Riders.
You can.
I saw
that. Should say anything.
Yeah, of course.
It's out on Synth Riders website and everything. It's
all over Twitter too. Yeah.
Yeah. Synth Riders releases
They're
for Apple Vision
rebuilt
Pro.
from the ground up for Apple Vision Pro. I watched the demo of it.
I'm excited.
There was CNBC this morning or yesterday had one of their tech reporters on there demoing the headset, and they were playing Synth Riders.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool seeing one of our games on that big of a stage being played, a VR game, on a headset that's, technically not a VR headset.
Isn't.
Right. Yeah, right. And it was, of course, it wasn't in VR. It was in their MR thing.
Mixed reality.
Yeah. Yep. They showed it the best they could, which I thought was pretty good for a live show. So it was cool to see. It was just cool to see. I mean, all the press that this headset's getting right now is all amazing. Even some of the press where people are like, I'm not as impressed with it as I should be. It's all good because people are talking about it. I mean, the CEO of Apple on the cover of a
Vanity Fair
with a VR headset on is pretty big, man.
That's a big deal.
We had some major, entertainers talking about this headset. James Cameron, John Favreau, saying how amazing and blown away they are about, when the first time they put this headset on. So it's really cool to see the amount of like coverage that we're seeing virtual reality get right now. And it's great to see Synth Riders on there. And what's nice, what I want to talk about too, is Resolution Games, Todd, jumping in there as well. Yeah, there is this shot of Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, wearing, the Apple Vision Pro. He looks so cool.
How come his eyes don't look like the commercial?
You think he's like Ozzy and doesn't really even have it on?
Yeah, right.
You think he's like Ozzy Osbourne in the PlayStation VR 2?
You know damn well that wasn't on. Yeah.
Sharon. You think he's yelling, Sharon, help me.
Sharon.
I didn't even care though. I mean, it was just the fact that he's in an
That was cool.
and he's wearing it is super cool. But yeah, let's talk about Resolution Games, Todd and D, because Resolution Games coming out of the box, having tomorrow, they're going to have number one, they have three games or three apps coming to the Apple Vision Pro, but they have one that's going to be on launch day, and that is Game Room. Game Room is going to be launching on the Apple Vision Pro. And this is I wanted to read this. So already a leader in the digital tabletop game space with titles such as Demio and Demio Battles, Resolution Games is now bringing tabletop games to even more platforms with the launch of Game Room on Apple Vision Pro. Developed natively for the Apple Vision Pro and also playable on the iPhone and the iPad, Game Room takes advantage of Vision OS, which features a brand new three-dimensional user interface and input system controlled entirely by a user's eyes, hands, and voice. Ideal for tabletop gameplay and using your hands to pick up the game pieces, cards, and more. So Game Room is going to have available chess. Looks like it's going to be in some type of mixed reality. Solitaire, Hearts, another card game. Yacht,
Minesweeper? Oh,
Sea Battle, which is I don't know what sink enemy ships before you sink your. The Sea Battle must be like some type of like
It's like battleship
game.
Yeah.
And then yacht is roll the dice and rack up points. Oh, yacht is like Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
I'm
But
guessing.
it's called yacht. YACHT. Yacht.
Yep.
Interesting. So 4 games, mixed reality. You're going to be using your hands, your voice, your eyes, which is cool. So it's not our typical VR game, but it's cool to me that a studio like Resolution Games is looking to promote and kind of work on the platform with their gaming. And we already know that they have Demio headed there. I don't know about Demio Battles, but I'm pretty sure they have Demio headed there as well. And then there's another title. I'm not sure if they've announced what the third title is, but I know they have 3. But we definitely know that Demio is headed there as well.
Yes.
And Tommy Palm, their CEO, he did have a quote, and I did want to read it. He said, the physically based rendering that Apple Vision Pro supports allows for gaming experiences that are practically indistinguishable from the real world counterparts. By reproducing classic gaming pieces that everyone is familiar with, from playing cards to pawns, we're excited to be able to showcase the incredible capability of the Apple Vision Pro. So those are pretty high words from Tommy.
Yeah.
Talking about indistinguishable from the real life counterparts. We'll see.
See, this all sounds exciting and like I want to mess with it because I love electronics and gadgets and all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but not at that price.
What would be the all right, so that's a good question. What would be your breaking point? Where are you buying this? If this was $2,000?
I don't think I'd want to pay more than what I paid for this 4080.
That was what, 1,800?
Oh no. 4080 was 12-ish.
Oh, you got the 4080, not the 4090.
Yeah, I
right?
got the 4080. Yeah,
Right,
I
yeah.
had the 4090 in my cart and ordered, but then Amazon done canceled me.
How dare they? How
Sons
dare
of
they?
Bitches.
Arlen Kundert says 1,500 or less. VR Spry Guy says 1,200. Distracted says 1,500. Yeah, I mean there is a spot here, right? There is a spot here where people are like, yes, I'll buy it, and it's expensive. Like a lot of people would spend 1,200, 1,500, 1,800. I guarantee there's people out there that would pay 2,000. If I can play Steam VR on it, Wes says, "What's up, Wes? How you doing, man?" I mean, I'm hopeful at some point maybe we can.
I read somewhere on Twitter that you can.
Really?
Because there is well, the person that tweeted it doesn't have a headset, so they were confused whether or not it's just a Steam, because there's a Steam iPad app.
I'd have to see
and whether
that.
or not, again, right? These are the types of things that these people should be reviewing and testing, which is what's going to happen tomorrow. Once our community gets their hands on these things, it's gonna change.
You will be able to do some gaming on it though, like regular flat gaming.
Oh, tons! Yeah, you can get a PS5 controller pairs with it. Xbox gaming will work fine through the browser. all that kind of stuff will work just fine.
Michelle says no YouTube. I'm out. Well, there is YouTube. It's just not a native app. You can just go to your search engine and
Just go to YouTube's website.
go to YouTube's website, and
Browser.
you'll be able to go in your browser and search it.
Netflix as well. I don't think there's a Netflix app.
There isn't.
coming.
You're not. But you still can't. Doesn't mean you can't get there. You just can't use the app. That's all.
Yep.
Which is, it's a pain in the ass, but at least it's there. This will be the way I consume media. Guarantee it.
Yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to bring up, because I did purposefully watch movies in VR last night so that I could talk about this.
Nice.
And watching it in the Apple Vision Pro, you're in that mixed reality kind of world, right? Where you can see your environment and it's that spatial screen in front of you. We need that in VR. We need that in the Quest. We need that because right now I'm inside a whole thing. So if I need to get up or take a drink of water, I'm pulling my headset off so I can take a drink. And it would have been much more enjoyable, I think, if I could see my surroundings, which you can't do right now. So with that ecosystem.
Right.
So I'm curious to see what your thoughts are when you can do that and you can try that.
There's a lot of stuff I want to do in here. I'm going to lean on you to help me do some of the workflow stuff. But a lot of the applications, the entertainment applications, I'm really looking forward to. Like Disney Plus being involved with this, and you being able to watch Disney Plus, but have your surroundings be a Disney Plus themed surrounding is amazing to me. Like one of the first things I know I'm going to do is go to Disney Plus and do that Star Wars surround, where all of a sudden I'm in the Star Wars, whatever it is, the room or whatever, wherever the area is I'm going to be, and I'm going to watch. I'll go watch Kenobi, or I'll go watch something in there with
And
that.
you're in the cantina watching it. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember
cool.
what the environment is. It seems like it's like maybe a desert environment of like Tatooine or something like that. It's super cool. Like I want to see what that's going to feel like. I'm seeing what they're showing me it's going to look like, but I want to see it in the freaking headset. And that's what I'm hopeful for, that those things like that are going to blow me away. And then some of the other things like, spatial anchors and like doing, again, workflow. Like I want to get the screens, and I want to start trying to work and see what working is like. See what surfing, the internet is like, going through and rocking and rolling and doing like YouTube stuff and trying to go in and do like, whatever I want to do in my search bar.
I did 3 Teams meetings this morning.
Did you really?
Teams in my headset. Yep. 2 of them, no camera, because no one else had cameras on. And the third one, I was my avatar.
I'm looking. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm looking forward to doing the FaceTime, like with my avatar, and seeing how that works out. My daughter has an iPhone. We can FaceTime each other and check it out and see how that's going to work.
Yeah, that looks cool.
See what that looks like. There's a lot of things in here that I'm going to do, and there's a lot of things I don't even know what's in there that I'm going to be able to do yet. Like, I'm hopeful once I get in there, there's a lot of applications that we can use to really take this thing for a ride and see what we can do. The games, to me, what's in there now, this isn't my kind of gaming, so I don't care about the gaming for me right now. It's the entertainment, it's the workflow, the communication part of it. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just everything that they have to offer here. I'm really looking forward to getting into, and we'll start it tomorrow morning. I'm excited.
If it wasn't 3,500, man, I got my bonus burning in my freaking bank account. I'd be freaking getting it if it was probably 12.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
I hope it's great. I really do hope it's great, and I hope it does well enough for them that they want to do another one. Because a lot of people have been telling me, I'm not getting this one, but I'll get the next one, or I'll get the one.
Rumors are coming out with
light
a version. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and Brad kind of reported on that a little bit today and Qcreator, and I hope that's the case. Like, I want this one to do well enough that they want to do another one. Like, here's where I don't want it to fall on his face and it'd be garbage. And then they're
have to drop the project, and
I was like, I'm out. They're out. I don't want them to become Pico, or ByteDance, where they're like, their fingers are burnt and they don't want to go back in again. I want them to be somewhat of a success for them, and then move forward to get to that other more affordable headset. Like, I want everybody to be able to get into this headset, or Samsung's and Google's, or whatever, or Meta's, whatever Meta's is going to look like, whatever this Pico headset is with we'll ever see. I don't know. That's supposed to be somewhere close to this.
The visor, another one that
the visor could be cool.
Seen, but it has potential to be freaking cool as shit. So
All right, guys. Let's move on from Apple. We have a lot to talk about tomorrow with Apple. We'll have it tomorrow. We'll do the live unboxing. Yeah, we'll do the live unboxing at some point tomorrow and go through that and show everybody. And hopefully, like I said, I'll be blown away. But we'll see. It's gonna be a fun morning. Any time we get hardware, I'm excited. And I'm just hopeful it's good. All right, let's move on and talk about Sony.
Womp, womp.
We talked about Sony again last week.
Emotional damage.
Mateo wanted to jump in and talk about Sony. He did a video, so he came on and we went in and talked about the headset itself and what why we're having problems with it. What do we think about it? And overall, and I've been saying for a long time, I love the PlayStation VR2 headset. I love the games that are on it. Like, I know that you don't really like it, Todd. You think it's uncomfortable. It's not something you want to choose or jump into. And I think everybody's different in that fact. But I think what you can't say is that they don't have good games, because they do. They have really good games. They have some of the best games that I played all year are on that headset. Several of the games that I actually went through and completed this year are in that headset.
Mhm.
And I don't have a lot of time to complete games, but when I do, it's because it's special to me. And it's an experience that I want to complete, and several that I did are on that headset. So I think it's a great headset. So I don't want anybody ever to go, okay, Eric doesn't, hates, the PlayStation VR2. It's absolutely not the case. I absolutely love it. Like, I've been championing this headset for a long time, and I've said several times that if you look at their year as a total, as a whole, they actually had a really good year because they had a lot of good games. But the problem is they either front loaded it or they backloaded it, and they had such a drought in the middle that people got a sour taste in their mouth and people got pissed off. So my problem is not with the PlayStation VR2 headset. My problem is with Sony. Like, that is my biggest issue with Sony, and it continues yesterday in their state of play. And there was some couple of cool things in here with their state of play. But here's what I got to say. Now, we had 2 VR announcements, which I think were fantastic, and we're going to get to the games in a minute. But I thought it was really, what we saw was exciting. And I'm glad we got 2. It was nice to get two games, 2 VR games in there. But the problem is it's not just VR with Sony. Like, I'm worried about Sony, like, right now. I don't know their path. Like, I don't know what they're going to. They're in a regime change right now with Jim Ryan leaving and whoever else is going to be coming in here. Herman Hulse, I don't know what the heck he's doing. Like, everything seems kind of weird and up in the air. Now, they had some big news yesterday. There was a couple of big things. The Silent Hill project looks super cool. Everybody's been waiting for something from Kojima for a long time. I think that's exciting. Death Stranding 2. I think that's exciting.
Yes.
That was pretty cool, right? Did you guys see? What did you guys think of that?
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Makes me want to actually start the first one. I've been meaning to for the longest freaking time. I just haven't.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked a couple of things that were cool in there. It's just, for me, it's the pacing of their state of play that I have a problem with. Like, there was a couple, but they're all of a sudden they're going super long with these trailers now. You know what I mean? They're giving it it feels like 10 minutes of trailer. Like,
Yeah, it's Spider-Man all over again.
yeah, and then now they leave out with Helldivers. I'm like, how do you, like? I don't want to see Helldivers again. How many times have we seen Helldivers?
Yeah, we all know it's coming, and I don't have any interest in flat PlayStation games, but I know Helldivers is coming.
Yeah.
It's definitely one they could have skipped.
Yeah, and then, again, they had really cool things in here. It's just they intermixed it with weird stuff. Like, do you think they needed? So V Rising is coming to PlayStation. Are you
I
excited?
don't give a shit.
Who gives a shit about?
I've been playing that on freaking Steam
years.
like a years ago.
Like you're gonna you need the first state of play for 2024, and you're gonna come out with V Rising like it's never been out before. Like, that is like them announcing V Rising coming to the platform is like a blog post. You're gonna come out in your state of play and give me V Rising, a game that's 2 years old.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, V Rising! I never heard of that. It looks cool." Literally, it's been out forever.
Yeah,
been out for a long time. But I mean,
that wasn't the only one that was like really like Foam Stars.
Foam Stars. Again with the Foam Stars. Like, I don't.
Holy crap!
It's just odd. It's just odd they're choosing, because, again, they had a couple of bangers in here with. I thought Death Stranding was cool. I gotta say, did you see the trailer for Death Stranding?
Yeah.
So it gets to the end part, and you get one of the major baddies that are that it's from the. I don't want to ruin the first game, but it's your major
Mhm.
antagonist from the first game, and he's got this guitar, and it's a weapon. It like shoots electric, and I'm like, what in the crap, man? It's one of the funkiest things I've ever seen, but it's actually a pretty cool trailer. But again, do I need to go into that? Like the trailer's just too long. Like everything with them is just too long, and it's like the pacing is slow and boring, and like even some of the big announcements that I was exciting for, like the Kojima project with whatever he's doing with Silent Hill, was cool. But again, the pacing is so slow. By the time I got there, I was like watching it, and I was like ho hum about it. Like I don't know,
Mhm.
I don't know. Even Helldivers started off cool because again, I didn't want to see Helldivers again, but the music was good. It was upbeat. Things were going, and then boom, it just seemed like it went away, man. It went right downhill from there, and it's like they don't know how to do a state of play anymore. Like they don't know how to do these things. Like
Do we need to see 10 minutes of not even gameplay? Like, this is all theatrical,
Cutscene.
commercials. Like, it's not out of the 10 minutes, even with Death Stranding 2, I think out of that 10 minutes, it was 10 minutes, their trailer. There's probably, 2 minutes of actual gameplay, and the rest is all cutscenes.
now, I was watching the live chat from Sony's feed on YouTube, and I was watching Without Parole as well at the same time because I wanted to see what the regular chat was. The people were not, and the regular chat are not VR people, right? So they're all flat people. They could care less about VR. They were not happy about. I mean, again, when the Silent Hill came up, that was big. Everybody was going crazy. Everything else, people weren't happy. I was literally watching the chat. There was a lot of people that were unhappy with the state of play just because the games, a lot of it was repeats. You gonna give me foam stars again? You know what I mean?
Dragon's Dogma is like my
Look
favorite
cool.
one.
Yeah, look
That
cool.
one, that
Dragon's
one
Dogma.
look cool. It gives
Yeah.
me that Elden Ring vibe.
Right.
It looked good,
Yeah.
but
Now,
it's not VR.
so yeah, we'll end it there. Of like again, I'm just worried about PlayStation. Like I just don't know if they know where they stand right now. I think they're very weird. They're in a weird spot. They're just in a weird spot, and I think they need something big. Like this was 2023 was not a good year. I don't think for console gaming in general. Just wasn't great. It was ho hum. A lot of bad games, not a lot of broken games. Um, just lackluster. I think. So hopefully 2024 is better. Did you guys in chat let me know? Forget about the VR side. Did you come out of that state of play going, wow, I'm so excited for absolutely everything that Sony's doing this year? Like I feel more comfortable now with Sony's direction because they just showed me a kick-ass state of play. Again, I'm excited for Silent Hill and Death Stranding 2 looks cool, but I don't know. I wasn't like blown away.
No.
Yeah, there we go. Todd, can you do a poll? That'd be cool. I don't even
I can.
run a poll up. That would be cool. That's a good idea. Thanks, Wes. All right, let's talk about the VR part while Todd gets into that. Because I thought the VR part was absolutely amazing. It was, to me, it was the best part of everything that they did there. To me, if I was the flat gamer only, I would be jealous of what I saw for VR because both games look pretty goddamn amazing. Metro Awakening VR looks
Oh, I can't wait.
fantastic.
Oh, I can't wait.
Some of the environments in there gave me look and feel of Half-Life Alyx, kind of quality and visuals.
Oh yeah.
Like I was looking through and I was watching it and it was pretty damn amazing. Metro Awakening. Todd, do we have that video?
I'm busy, yo. Yeah, we do.
let's run the trailer for it in case the people haven't seen it, but
All right, let's do it.
I was excited.
Ooh, that's already loud.
Stare into the flame. Think of this fire as a beacon. Its warmth, its energy. Now, focus your mind on your wife and step into the void.
Looks cool.
What popped into my head watching that was, you know how you said Half-Life Alyx?
Yeah.
Half-Life Alyx and, surprisingly enough, After the Fall.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, like, a mashup of those 2.
Yeah, and maybe even a little bit of, like, Into the Radius too.
Yeah,
A
that
bit of
give
that,
me
like,
Into the
color.
Radius vibes, yeah.
Yeah. It looks really awesome. And, you know, I feel, somebody had mentioned, you know, I can't remember who it was, I'm sorry, I lost it, but somebody said, "Temper expectations, it's Vertigo." And I'm normally kind of right with you because they've had some issues, and I've had issues with Vertigo, but Arizona Sunshine 2 is great. It's one of the best games I've ever played, and I finished that game. I had a blast in it. And that makes me feel way more comfortable them going from that game into this game.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that they've been developing this game for a long time. So when it does come, I think it will be great. I have a really good feeling about it, and this is exciting, man. And this is the first in 3 to 5 titles. It's a lot of that they're getting through Koch Media. So Koch Media bought Vertigo Games, and Koch Media has several studios that are under their umbrella, and they're going to get these IPs. So I think it's great that Vertigo has a chance to make this something special, and this is going to be their first VR game pulled into that. So,
and remember, this is not an exclusive to Sony. This is coming everywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Quest is getting it, Steam's getting it, PSVR 2 is getting it first.
So that begs the question.
Apple Vision Pro.
What platform?
I'm just kidding.
What platform are you getting it on?
That's a great question, and somebody said, I think it was GT asked that same thing today, and I'll probably get it on the PlayStation VR 2, and I usually do that because of what I can get out of the PlayStation VR 2, which is haptics in the controllers, you know, the adaptive triggers, the OLED lenses. To me, I mean, I love pancake lenses. It's just the colors and the blacks and the OLED lenses are so much better than even the, like, I want the combination. That's why I'm so excited about the micro OLED and the Apple Vision Pro, because I want that combination. Go ahead.
Normally, I would go right along with you with that, with the PSVR 2, but with how After the Fall was on PSVR 2, you know, I think I have to go with Steam, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I got my Quest Pro controllers now, so I'm good.
yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd have to check it out first to see, you know, where it's better to be played. I just know that from what if they do what they did with Arizona Sunshine 2, I absolutely loved Arizona Sunshine 2 better, I think. Yeah, I did, because I finished it on PlayStation VR 2, and I had it on every platform. I definitely liked it better on PlayStation than I did on Steam or Quest. So I think that's where I would play it, unless there's an issue where I wouldn't want to play it, like you're saying. If there's an issue like with After the Fall, where they just had a terrible launch on everyone's on PlayStation.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was so horrible, man.
Brandon VR says whichever enables B haptic vest. Well, what if it's all of them?
It could be all of them.
Yeah, very possible. We could see B haptic support right out of the gate. Metro VR. That would be awesome. That would be sick. Chris 9989 says always Steam. Your library will come forward with you with newer headsets. PSVR 2 shows this is not necessarily the case. Yeah, they're not going to backwards compatible it. It's just again, it's for me, it's just where I think I'm going to enjoy it the most. How many times do I think I'm going to play this game once it's done? I mean, I don't know, probably only one time or two times.
You know what you can do? Buy it on one, and then, if you wanna see what it is on the other platform, put it on your wish list. Wait for a sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Fanatical's always got sales. Humble Bundle's always got sales. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
But super exciting. I can see why now the Paradox from Hope developer got himself in trouble, and they were like, "You can't do this anymore." As soon as he got yanked, everybody should know that that Metro was coming. You know what I mean? Because
Something's coming. Yeah.
who's going to give this guy a hard time? At that point, you know what I mean? It was a small title, it was Steam only. Who's giving him a hard time if there wasn't a Metro game coming? So, because his game was, whatever he says, it was decided. I loved it. I was in there quite a bit, especially early on, but it was definitely Metro. It was Metro without being Metro. If that makes any sense. The visuals, the whole entire atmosphere, the gunplay, the machines in the game, and things that you drove in the game, the tunnels. It was basically that. It was great. Paradox of Hope was great. I mean, I thought the single dev did a really good job with it. You know what I mean? It was really well done.
Did Vertigo hire him?
Yeah, they didn't. He's actually making another game. He's using a lot of the engine that he used for Paradox of Hope to make a new game, a different game. Nothing. Not
following the footsteps of another title.
Yeah,
stepping on an IP.
I would have done the same thing he did. I don't begrudge the guy that doing what he did at that time. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, they make titles that are very similar to other games.
Ghost of Tabor is doing it with Tarkov.
Yeah,
it's exactly the same game, and they don't shy away from it.
Yeah, it
definitely happens.
It's just I guess there must have been lines drawn.
I guess
to the point where they went and said you can't do this, and they gave him a cease and desist letter, so he basically had to pull it. But I get why I did. I would have done the same thing if I was him. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
It's just that what happens is you get a game that is definitely coming to VR, and they're going to want no part of having somebody do something that's even close to being like it. So I get it. I'm excited for this one, man. This is another really good game. I've been looking for that game, man. I've been looking for that game that gets me excited for 2024. And Behemoth is there for me, but I haven't seen much of Behemoth yet. This looked amazing, seeing the trailer, getting into it. I mean, this looks great. This is probably number 1 on my wish list right now. Maybe number 2. Into the Radius 2 is up there too. It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
The Metro fan, have you played any of the Metros?
Nope.
They're really good. They're cheap right now too. If you want to go play them flat, I don't know why you would, but.
Dude, stop. Quit shit talking on flat games, dude.
Is it an EUVR game? Could you inject that son of a bitch and play it in the head?
Maybe.
I don't know. I haven't looked that up.
I don't know either. Paradox of Hope was good, but scary AF, Bluebell says. It was. It scared the shit out of me. I went in there and did a couple videos, and they're jump scares. I don't get jump scared very often, but man, that one made me literally jump. Holy
Convergence. Shit. That's his new project.
Convergence. Yeah, I'll support that dude. I think he's super talented, and you know what I mean. If he's making another game, I'm interested in seeing what it is. So, yeah, I'm excited. Todd, how we do with our poll?
It's doing not bad. I'm giving another minute here. We've got 31 votes so far, and there's
nice,
70 people in here. So,
guys, vote in the poll. Get everybody
poll up if you want to get in on the poll. Vote. I'll leave it for another minute or so.
So, Todd, there was one other title that was mentioned again in the state of play, which again I thought VR kind of saved the state of play for me because I thought I was excited about both of these games. Another game was announced, and it's coming next week.
Yep.
So it's next week, and this is a game that I played over a year ago, probably now, and it was in early access. It's still in early access. It's about to come out of early access on Steam, and that's Legendary Tales. Let's take a look at that trailer. Pretty
Next Thursday,
badass.
PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah, next week, man. I love when they they drop things. They're like, "Yep, coming next week." And I'm like, "Holy crap!" I had no idea. Like, I know the devs were talking about getting a PlayStation, version ready to go, but I had no idea they were that close to being ready. And the Steam version's coming out of early access at the same time. So it's finally releasing out of early access. It's going to be ready to go. I played this game early on, like a long time ago, still in early access, and it was a little janky in the beginning, but you could see everything that it was going to be. Like, it was super, like, I don't know, very realistic. It had a lot of, like, real,
The good
ragdoll
physics look really
physics.
good. Yeah, the physics. What you've played this? I didn't play it early on because it was really early on. Wasn't interested. But now that I've played Dungeons of Eternity so much, is this something that I'm gonna want to jump into?
Yeah, this is a deeper feel to it. So I like Dungeons of Eternity a lot, but it's very much a jump in, jump out, very light.
Well,
Maybe
it's
not.
Swordsman. Swordsman's got quests and it's got objectives and it's got bosses and it's got multiplayer.
Yeah, similar. I think the combat is
Similar to
closer
Sword.
to Swordsman.
Okay.
The way the combat is definitely closer to Swordsman because the some of the enemies can get pretty difficult and with the fighting system that they have in Swordsman. And same thing here. I think this has more environments than Swordsman does, so you'll have more variety of going through different places and dungeons. And Swordsman's got a fairly basic map to it. They have a couple outdoor environments, maybe a couple of indoor environments.
Right.
They do have some quests now where they didn't have before Swordsman, but
Still
I
arena based.
yeah.
So
Yeah, this is more quest.
open world Dungeons of Eternity is more of a competitive comparison, I would say, right?
Yeah, and it's deeper too because there's progression with legendary tales. You can upgrade your weapons, make them better. You can have classes. So it's 4-player multiplayer. So you can have support classes, you can have ranged classes. I think there's a magic class if I remember properly. You can go like heavy weapon with lots of armor and a shield, or you can go with like a lighter, faster weapon. Um, they
It's kind
had
of a DOE kind of thing too, right? You can do that kind of stuff with DOE.
yeah. Yeah, it's just deeper and it's like and the graphics are gonna be through the moon better.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially compared to the native version of DOE.
yeah. And I'm interested to see the polish where they've come because I played Legendary Tales a long time ago and it wasn't quite ready. And I know they've done tons of updates because they message all the time and I see their updates come out all the time. And I just haven't had a chance to go back in again. But this is a game that Roots loved too, by the way. Roots, and I played this with Roots and Radio Run and Techno Glitch maybe too. And I think Task got in there with us and played. Wes jumped in there and played quite a little bit early on. It's 4-player multiplayer, which is great. It looked really, really good. There was some jank again because it was early on, but it was I thought it was good, man. I thought it was really well done, and I'm excited to see the polish of a PlayStation game. I hope. Like, I hope. I mean, we've had some issues with PlayStation games.
Yeah, right.
Hope this polish.
All right, so the poll is over.
All right, what do we got?
Results are in. So my poll was, what do you think of the Sony State of Play? And it was meh. One with 44%. I like a few titles, but nothing special was next. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was 15% of the votes, and it was terrible except for the VR. It was only 10% of the votes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's terrible is not, I guess, definitely not terrible because they had a couple of big titles like, having a Silent Hill 2 is great. Having the what was I thinking of? What was the other one? The other big title? My mind's blank.
The
Marita's title.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding 2. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having those two big titles was great. And of course the VR titles did it for me. So I think I'm very much on the meh side, except for the VR. Like the VR, I thought was awesome. Again, Helldivers looks great. I'm not saying Helldivers doesn't look great. I'm just saying, again, didn't we see Helldivers in the last State of Play?
We did. And the one in July.
Like, why like, if they're doing a state of play and they're repeating showing us titles like they did like that.
Spider-Man. We saw
Yeah.
it every state of play for a year.
Foam Star, why like, you need to show me Foam Stars again in your first state of play of the new year when you're trying to show people really what they have coming this year, like
I don't know.
Is it
I'm kinda disappointed with the VR. Like, you say that you're okay with it.
Oh, I thought it was great.
The
Really?
Legendary Tales we've known, it's been out for a year or more, probably
Mhm.
more than a year. It's not new. It's coming to PSVR 2, I guess that's new.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
The game type is a lot of what we've seen a ton of. You know, there's probably 6 titles that I could rattle off that are exactly the same type of game.
Mm.
Metro, very exciting.
Yeah.
Super exciting. That IP is very welcomed into the world of VR. But that was it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't
don't know.
I was literally I was expecting, well, because there was a leak about Metro, so
Yeah.
I was expecting maybe Metro and probably that I thought maybe that could be it. Like, I thought
that was gonna be it. And honestly, it is it.
that's
'Cause
why I'm
Legendary
so excited
Tales-
about Legendary Tales. It just to have the fact that it's coming is great. Like, and we didn't know it was coming, which was a big thing. Like, it's kind of a shock, you know what I mean? Because literally, I mean, I've kind of forgotten about Legendary Tales, to be honest with you.
That's the kind of my point, is we all forgot about that game. Why is
But
everyone so excited now?
But because it looks phenomenal, and I think
Yeah.
and from what I see on the screen there, playing it, getting in there with 4 people, and hopefully they're using some of they're definitely using some of the PlayStation power, to make this thing great, you know what I mean? And
Hopefully, with haptics and face haptics and, you know, the controllers, they're really leaning into those types of things. That'll definitely make it worthwhile.
yeah, I hope the polish is there. I hope the polish is there. I hope it's great. Hopefully they did a good job and they took their time. It sounds like they probably did. So I'm excited about it, and it's a 4-player multiplayer game, man. And there's not a lot of those on the PlayStation platform. Like, Dungeons of Eternity isn't on
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they exist, but they're not on the PlayStation
Yeah,
platform.
so I'm excited for the PlayStation
For the
people.
PlayStation community, I guess, yes, that would be exciting.
And then Metro's amazing. Metro being announced, again, it's another big IP. And big IPs being announced, you know, during a big state of play when you have, you know, millions of people watching is a good deal. So I thought it was great. Like, to me, the VR, and again, I'm always going to be that for me, but it way outweighed the flat game, except for the Silent Hill stuff. I love Silent Hill, so yes, and I'm a big Kojima fan, so I am excited about that. I did play a little bit of Death Stranding, the original one, so I will want to play through that now. Maybe, I don't know. I hate playing flat games now, but I mean, maybe I'll play through it. I have it. I own it. I think I bought it for like super cheap. The original. I think I have the director's cut.
And that's an
Death Stranding.
exclusive, right? Death Stranding?
I don't know. It's on Steam, so it may be exclusive now, but eventually it'll probably come to maybe it's a timed exclusive, but it's on it did come to Steam. I have the director's cut.
Is it Unreal?
I don't know that.
It's a game changer for me, right? Like, all these flat games that I used to never want to even be interested in. If it'll work with the Unreal Engine and the injector mod, I am all for it. I've been dropping money on Steam games that I would never buy. Just because I can play them in a headset.
I know I got the original Death Stranding on Epic. I think it was one of the free games.
If it's on Epic, that'll be Unreal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, does anybody know in chat if it's Unreal? If anybody knows or can find out in chat, that'd be great to know. If is Death Stranding Unreal or not? Is it UE4 or 5? Virtual Stranger says Metro looked incredible, so good that I don't know why they even bothered forcing Paradox Hope to delist. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's small potatoes. The only thing I can think of is they don't want their game associated with something maybe that's not polished. So maybe they don't want anybody mistaking one for the other, I guess. That's the only reason I think they would want to do it. Like, they just don't want any confusion. They don't, and you know, they don't control it at that point. So if there's a whole bunch of jank and all of a sudden people confuse it and they're talking about Paradox, I think it's Metro. They probably just want to separate themselves from it. That's the only reason, because otherwise their game is so good. Why would they care, right?
So Death Stranding is not. Death Stranding 1 is made by
Decima
the
engine. Oh, so it's its own.
Decima engine, yeah. I
Hmm.
just looked it up. But Death Stranding 2 is Unreal 5.
Is it?
Yep.
Interesting. I like that.
So that's cool.
I'll
wait
wait
for that on Steam.
You can play it in Reshade. That'd be cool if I'm going to play through the first one. The story looks super cool. I don't know if anybody is out there has played Death Stranding, but the story is super cool. I played like the first hour of it maybe when I bought it on sale just to check it out, and it was good. It was good. I just didn't have the time to put into a flat game at that point. But yeah, I
There's
mean,
no wish list page yet on Steam for Death Stranding 2.
I think it was a timed exclusive for PlayStation 5, if I'm not mistaken, and then it came afterwards to Steam through the director's cut. Like, I don't even know if the original was released on Steam. I think it was maybe just the director's cut.
It's just the director's cut.
Yeah. Judas does look pretty cool, by the way. That was one that was in the State of Play. Judas did look pretty cool. But I think it was okay. Again, it was okay. I just want, again, if you even gave me different pacing, I guess with the State of Play, and don't like they're getting into these trailers that are just too long. Like they're just like, it was a 40-minute State of Play. You could have cut this thing down to 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Like,
yeah, like some of these trailers are super long.
It's got to go faster. It's got to go
minutes,
faster.
7 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to see Death Stranding seemed like it went on forever.
It was 10 minutes long.
I mean, it was cool. There's some cool stuff to see in there, but it just seemed like forever. It just, again, it's pacing. Figure out how you do it faster. Keep me interested. You started out kind of rocking with Helldivers and the music and everything, and then it just went, and it just slugged on, and I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And then, we had a couple good bangers in there, and then you hit me with Foam Stars at the end, and I'm like, what? Foam Stars?
Right.
Foam Stars was like, it just gets shit on every time somebody brings it up. It's like, Foam Stars, come on.
Well, it's another one of these games that's been done before. Nintendo's had that game out for how long? It's not VR. It's called Splatoon, but it's the same fucking game.
Yeah. And just the V-Rising thing upset me too. Like, literally, V-Rising should be, I'm not saying I don't want V-Rising on PlayStation. I think it's great that V-Rising is on PlayStation. I just don't know if they need to do that in their State of Play. Couldn't they put that in a PlayStation blog post somewhere? Like, is that a 2-year-old game that was on Steam that people have been playing for a long time?
I don't know. Maybe we only played it for how long? We played it for a little while. Maybe that following for that game is that huge to where it is something big enough.
No, it's big. It's just, again, it's I don't know. I want to see new games, I guess. I just
that's my point is I want new stuff. I don't want remakes of 10 other games that we already have. Someone's out there's got to be creative enough to make something new and exciting.
Agreed.
I'm waiting.
But I'm happy with the VR. Like, I think if you're a VR fan, if you're a flat fan, you're like, okay, a couple of them look good, but the rest I'm a little shaky about. Everything else I'm a little shaky about. If you're a VR fan, I think you're happy. I'm happy with that. You give me two games I didn't know about, and they look amazing. I think it's great. I mean, did I want to see Astrobot? Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't want to see Astrobot or, Farpoint 2. You know what I mean? I want to see one of those come. I mean, with something like that. But I mean, I'll take these two for sure. It's a good start, and hopefully we'll see more coming soon. But yeah, I want Sony to be better. Like, I mean, and that's what it is. I say I'm upset with Sony, but I'm upset that they, I want them to do better. I want them to wow me. Like, I want them to like really support the headset. I want it to do well. I love this PlayStation 2, the VR 2. I love it. I love all the games that are on it. I want it to do well. So there we go. I'll root for you. Just got to do things right. Bluebell with a $9.99 super chat says, "Great show as always. Here's a what does it say? Here's a start for Eric with the fluffy white AVP case. Nice."
Yeah, we need video footage of you sleeping on it like a pillow.
Oh, I will too. Thanks, Bluebell. Thank you.
Thanks, Bluebell. It's awesome.
Chat. You're pretty awesome.
Someone just put in chat, Mind Jive. Pretty nice looking Souls-like Humble Bundle with 5 UEVR compatible games.
Really? What is it? Let's
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Got the link for it, Mind Jive. Drop it in chat. I don't see this bundle.
Yeah, definitely. Drop that link if you have it. I'd like to look at it right now. That'd be great. That's the thing that's going to be great about the UE5 engine. You're going to have stuff that just clicks up, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, there's these games that are all on sale that we can inject into VR. Power World, D. Are you loving Power World in VR?
Yeah.
Have you still not tried it in VR? What? You were gonna do it on the weekend? No. Yeah, you better get out.
D, put the headset on, girl, and put it in VR.
What the hell?
It's amazing in VR.
Dude, the times I've played it, I'm either at work where I can't have a headset on, and that is something that I can play while I'm working, or like late at night where it's like, I don't feel like putting a headset on.
And you and I gotta talk. Why can't you work in a headset? You keep saying that, but
Talk to
I call
Progressive.
bullshit.
Talk to my employee.
Do they have a camera
Talk
on
to
you?
Progressive.
Do they
talk
have
to
a camera
Flo.
on you? Yeah, how the
Flow.
fuck then know
No,
they?
camera flow.
Yeah,
No.
put the headset on.
I'd love to, but
Install immersed on
I
your desk.
can't even get a freaking laptop from them, man. I got this tiny little freaking HP
But it doesn't.
freaking
It'll work.
PC.
It'll work on the biggest piece of shit computer you need.
Right.
You have. Immerse will work
The
on
Apple
anything.
Vision Pro, D, and you can work in the Apple Vision Pro all day long.
So
You
the
gonna buy it
bundle, I've
for
got
me?
the bundle up
Well,
here.
maybe we'll talk to Flo. We'll see if Flo will buy one for you.
Okay, you talk to her. You got connections. I'll set up the meeting with Flo.
Wes says your headset has a mic in it, D. You could do this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you could totally work inside the headset.
Do
I
it.
wish I could.
I'm telling you, you
would.
can't. I will teach you how.
No, I can't with that. With
Nice.
Here's the
VR
humble
Guy
bundle.
says belt clip. I'm gonna do the belt clip. I don't think so. No belt clips for me.
No
All right,
belt
let's see
clip.
this thing. What's in this thing?
So it's not the greatest bundle in the world, but they are.
Oh, I did see this one. Yeah, there's nothing here that wowed me.
Nothing. Remnant maybe.
Well,
That's a pretty
Remnant,
good
that's
game.
Remnant
Yeah.
from the Ashes, right? It's not
Yeah.
Remnant 2. It's the original Remnant,
True.
which I do already have. So, but I think it would be cool. Like I could try Remnant now in VR, which would be cool.
Stray
I've
Blade
never
might
heard
be
of
good.
Stray Blade. I've never heard of what's the first one? Calist?
Stray Blade looks good. The other one is Clash.
Clash, that's it. Yeah, some of these I've definitely never heard of.
I've never heard of this one either. But this is a great idea and a great place to look for these type of bundles for Unreal bundles.
Mm-hmm.
Like these guys know
Tales of Iron.
Unreal can be played in VR, so they're purposefully making these bundles. So
Mm-hmm.
and Strayed Lights, I don't know that one either.
Strayed Lights. Wasn't that a VR game? Strayed Lights.
From the developer Ember.
Strayed Lights. Was that? That sounds so familiar. Anybody in chat know? I think that was a VR game. Strayed Lights, or maybe somebody did it in VR.
And maybe somebody did it with a reshade or something back in the day.
Yeah, so PD did it. Strayed Lights in VR. He did it. He did it in June of this year. Strayed Lights. I knew the name sounded familiar. Cool.
What do you think? They look good?
It looks like, yeah, he gave it a good review. He did it. If you want to check out PD's channel, June 14th of 2023, he did a. Looks like he did a.
Yeah, the game just came out in April.
Yeah. Oh. Looks cool. Yeah, that's a good one. There's another one for that list. How much is that Humble Bundle?
It's
That's
all
what
in
it was,
Canadian.
Straylight.
Right?
Yeah, Straylight was that crazy grappling game with this dumbass trailer. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Straylight had the cringiest launch trailer. Todd, great. Can you grab the Straylight?
Let me grab it quick. Yeah.
We need to watch this before we get our butts out of here, because this was like the cringiest, worst trailer I've ever seen from the game Straylight. Good call, Wes, on Straylight, because that's what it was throwing me off. I'll never forget that game. It was so cringy. The trailer for Straylight. Yeah, it was like a grappling game where you're kind of like reaching out and like grappling from one point to the other, but it was too funny. Too funny.
There was a game like that in PCVR that's coming out with a sequel. Swarm, like
yeah,
Swarm kind of ish.
Yeah, Swarm's awesome though. Straylight's is shit.
Straylight's not so much.
Yeah, Swarm is freaking awesome, man. I that's another title I'll put on my short list of games I'm really looking forward to in 2024. Swarm 2. I love
Swarm 2. Yeah, it looks good. I love Swarm.
You know what? I want to.
I got lost in that game. Just
I haven't
swinging
been
around
back there
aimlessly.
a long time, and like it's time. Maybe it's time to jump into it. Swarm is another one of those cool games. You can just like Mother Gunship Forge or like Dazzlers. You can just jump in for like 45 minutes. No thought about it. Jump in, get out, get in, play. Kind of like lose yourself a little bit. Get in, Get out. You're good. You're good to
Oh, we
go.
didn't talk about the game that dropped today.
What dropped today?
Project Demigod.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I haven't seen anything on it.
Fast Travel Games.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on it. Like I've literally, my whole week right now is Apple is work.
Here, I'll link an XR update by a really good XR update writer.
Nice. Who did it? Who was it?
I don't know. He's a great guy though, from what I hear.
Great guy.
I think there's another great article in XR Update about Metro Awakening by Wes.
Oh, cool.
By Wes from Virtual Strangers. So if you want to go check that out, go to XR Update, check out Todd's article on Project Demigod, and check out the Metro Awakening article as well.
There was also some news from Resolution Games and the Dungeons and Dragons game that's coming out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's great news too for the Demio makers Resolution game. Did you find that trailer, Todd?
I did. Ready?
Let's play that. Oh my god, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
All right.
You just gotta watch the people. Wait a minute. Did you grab stray light? No, I wanted you to grab stray light.
Is this not the same one?
No, this is the black game. This is stray light.
Oh, this is Strayed Lights. I'm like,
Right.
this looks awfully flat.
Like, everybody go to YouTube and look at the launch trailer for Stray Light.
Stray Lights.
Stray Light. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see.
Hilarious.
Too funny. But yeah, my attention. There's games dropping today. My attention is unfortunately just not wavering off of Apple right now. I think I'm pretty much just focusing on that. I'm going to focus. I'm going to get into some gaming this weekend for sure, but a lot of my time is going to be spent in the Apple Vision Pro and just getting a good idea of what that whole headset's all about. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. So come and hang out with me tomorrow. I have no idea what time I'm going to be able to do this. I'm just going to kind of go live.
The second you walk in the door with it.
I'd love to. Yeah, as long as I have meetings tomorrow, but I have to blow some meetings off. Like I don't know how stupid was I to make meetings on a Friday where I know I'm going to.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah.
Dumb.
Colin's sick. Boss is okay.
Yeah, you think that'll happen? You think it'll be all right?
Just leave it to the meetings, man. It's all right.
I should, right? Like, he's not getting one. He doesn't need to be hanging out. He can go to meetings. Although he's, what's happening tomorrow for Skiva. For anybody out there who's watching,
season opener,
season premiere of Between Realities with our buddy Skiva and our buddy Alex VR. That'll be fun to watch. I'll try and make sure I don't go live during when they go.
Don't jump all over their premiere.
After that, I'm doing it. Whatever happens.
That's right.
Whatever happens.
Sorry, boys.
But yeah, it'll be fun. I think that's going to be our main focus for that. And then I don't know, Wes, you're in chat. We doing anything for Virtual Strangers this weekend? How about that freaking marathon of Virtual Strangers, guys? I mean, there's a lot. I know a lot of you guys were there. I mean, Bluebell was there for a lot of time. Hussein X was there for a lot of the time. D, you were there for almost all of it, or all of it. 15 hours, 14 some hours. What a freaking
marathon.
Episode. Oh my god, two separate streams because we had to kill it.
After 12 hours, it kills it, right? So
yeah. So I think I don't remember when we killed it.
Remember we found that out the hard way 3 years ago, something like that. We were talking, rambling on and on and on for another 2 hours, and nothing was being recorded or streamed, or nobody knew. Yeah, I remember that.
But
I think
it
was like 9.5 hours. The first part.
Crazy. Yeah, it's been pretty. It was a really good episode. It was a lot of fun doing it. Some return of PSVR Frank GT came in. Brian Paul came in. We had a great talk with Brian and Frank and GT and Roots and Wes got a chance to hang out and do a pre-recorded segment. But it was pretty damn awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, the keys were all over the place, giving out tons of keys everywhere. I'm still recovering from this thing.
Your eyes have been bloodshot all week. Like we could tell that you haven't slept since Saturday.
It was rough, man. It was rough because you know what happened to me is by the time I got done with it, I'm like, oh my god, thank God. And then I'm like, I can't sleep now because if I try and sleep, I'll never make my meetings. And I had meetings like within an hour or two after we got done, so it was screwed. I was screwed. But it was all worth it. It was amazing and it was awesome. So yeah, So I think Wes said maybe, probably not. I have to go visit my dad. It's been a while, so probably not. Yeah, probably not Virtual Strangers this weekend, but maybe next week we'll get back into Strangers in the Night, because it's been a long time for a Strangers in the Night, and I think we're due for an episode of Strangers in the Night. I miss him. I miss him, D. You know
Speaking of missing, keep your eyes open for maybe a Reality Bytes reunion too, coming to a
Yeah, we're
YouTube
talking
channel near
about
you.
that. Yeah, a little Reality Bites action would be fun. Get GT
Yep.
back in here for a Reality Bites reunion.
I miss my buddy.
D, are you up for a Reality Bites?
Fuck yeah, dude.
All
I
right.
miss my buddy.
We'll see if we can make it work. All right, buddy. Everybody, I think we're going to call it here tonight. We appreciate you being here for all night. I hope you guys are at least excited to at least talk about the Apple Vision Pro coming up. Again, if you're not getting it, it's okay. If you're not excited about it, it's okay. It's good for VR, which is all that matters, really. Yeah, and we're going to cover it. We'll have everything hopefully for you guys coming up with that, and otherwise we'll get into some gaming, and we'll talk about some gaming next week. Next week, guys, I'm going to be live at the Combat Waffle Studios here in Florida. We're going to have Scott. We're going to have Proper D. We're going to have the whole crew stopping in. I'll be live doing the show live from Combat Waffle Studios, talking to Ghosts of Tabor, which is going to be live, which is going to launch officially on the Quest store next week on Thursday. We will have Scott live, myself, D, Scott. I'll be there at the Combat Waffle Studios. I may go shoot some guns or something while I'm there. They have 400 million guns there.
They do.
I'm doing it. It's going to be awesome. I get to hang out with Proper. The whole team's going to be there. It's going to be a big
You should.
celebration. So take a look for that next Thursday. And all right. I think that's
Combat
it.
Waffle was doing. They posted up some pictures of their new studio space today on Twitter, so go check those out as well.
Can't wait to go check it. I can't wait to go check it out. Maybe we'll do a video or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for Todd and D. I'm Eric, and we will see you very soon.
Bye, guys.
Peace.